Hello and welcome to Conservation Done Quickly. This is a new series where we go over, yes, topics covering conservation, but also other natural resources related material. Today we're going to be covering riparian buffers. Now, if that term sounds a little unfamiliar to you, don't worry, because I will be going over what they are and some of their key functions. Starting with the basic definition of riparian buffers, as defined by the New York State DEC, riparian buffers are strips of vegetation, whether trees, shrubs, or grasses, that are planted next to streams or water bodies. It's also helpful to note riparian buffers can be thought of or broken down into 3 separate zones. This will help us understand how they work and some of the numerous benefits they offer. If we start in the zone closest to the water, or Zone 1, the makeup is mostly water-tolerant trees and woody shrubs. These deep-rooted plants offer stability to the banks by holding in the soil and can help with decreasing erosion. The leaves that fall into the stream or water body from the trees and shrubs create sources of nutrients for the macrovertebrates below, which also in turn create food sources for the fish. Now, let's say a branch or the tree itself fell into the river or stream. Well, this wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. In fact, there are benefits from these woody inputs, including creating habitat, catching sediment, and slowing the flow of water, which can help with decreasing erosion. And lastly, you know those green flappy bits you find on trees and shrubs? Leaves? Well, they help shade the water, which in turn keeps it cool, maintaining a higher level of oxygen, which is great for some of our cold water loving species like brook trout. Moving into Zone 2, this area is composed of a lot of shade-tolerant shrubs and trees. The function is really centered around slowing down runoff and allowing excess nutrients to be filtered and absorbed by the vegetation. In doing so, it can help prevent things like algae blooms, which can lead to anoxic or low oxygen conditions. Zone 3's job, similar to Zone 2, is to slow down runoff and catch sediment or absorb nutrients. In this zone, a variety of native grasses and herbaceous plants work really nicely in accomplishing that task because both sediment, nutrients, and runoff would decrease water quality if they're able to reach the stream or water body. Hey, you did it. We went over a riparian buffer in a nutshell. But before you go, I do want to leave you some lasting remarks and summarize some of the things we learned. Riparian buffers are fantastic. They slow runoff, catch sediment, absorb excess nutrients, and prevent erosion. All of these things otherwise would degrade the overall quality of our water system. If an area is missing a riparian buffer, we can always help plant a new one. By adding native trees, shrubs, and grasses, we can help restore that specific ecosystem service. Of course, there are some things we have to keep in mind. Generally, a healthy riparian buffer is at least 100 feet wide. This can vary depending on the landscape. Also, introduced species like Japanese knotweed have to be managed, especially because they contribute to loss of biodiversity and bank instability. If you'd like to get involved but not sure where to start, there are a ton of great organizations out there like conservation districts, river conservancies, land trusts, and government agencies like the Natural Resource Conservation Service. As we wrap up today's video, I just want to show my appreciation and say thank you to everyone who followed along today as we talked about riparian buffers. Check out our channel for more really awesome content, and to stay in the loop, be sure to subscribe.